Yes. Hello. How's it going, everybody? It is the WordPress programming, pierced, metal singing, sci-fi author, Scott V. Adrian. It's too much stuff. It's probably pretty confusing for everybody. The way that I push so many things at once. Hey, check out my music. And then read my book. And look at my website. Do you need a piercing? Just kidding. I do not pierce anymore, thank God. That profession is behind me. For good reason. I'm just getting set up here. Get my local up and running again. What is it? Monday. I apologize. I'm not popular enough to do an April Fool's joke on anybody. If you're expecting one, which you're probably not. Speaking of anyone, the bots are out tonight. Hello, bots. I have a feeling I'm gonna keep calling everybody bots, even if I end up getting real people in here. Because that's what most of you are. Okay. Should we start with the website? Sure. Hello. Again, if this is your first stream you're watching, I am Scott B. Adrian. That's the book over there. Orbem. Sole reason we're here. It's Orbem, the universe, the parallel universe that I created to house the series, the Harmonian Chronicles, and basically, yeah, published this January 28th of this year. So it's on Amazon if anybody is interested. Yes, there is an audiobook. The two questions I get asked the most: where can I get it, and is there an audiobook? So Amazon, yes, there's an audiobook. And yeah, if you didn't know, I lost my Facebook ads account. It got disabled because somebody hacked my account and created a couple fake ads. And Facebook was 100% in the right to disable my account, even though I was mad about it and had no idea why they did it, or initially. They really saved me some money, I think. And they even said that they, if any money was spent, that they have refunded it, which is pretty legit. I mean, whoever hacked my account got in, added himself as an ad manager, basically, like a person in my ads team. Then they created 2 ads with the same name as my current ads running, basically. For some rando product. I don't even know what it was. It's deleted and gone. And yeah, So Amazon saw some funny business, shut it down. They, you know, I went through some security things to verify my account again. I removed the person. I mean, I already put 2 auth on, and I changed my password early on. And then I deleted those ads and the images that they uploaded, and got it up and running again. You know what that means? There's orders again. Because apparently only Facebook draws orders to the book, which is sad. Massive spike in Kindle Unlimited reads today, though. I have a feeling everybody that was looking at the ads were Kindle Unlimited people. I do have a certain ad running that has the headline, you know, free on Kindle Unlimited. So the people that click on that are probably looking for, you know, the audiobook on their system already. I mean, not the audiobook, the ebook. Okay, so that's the book. If you want to know what it's about, you could read the screen right now. It's a little blurb. Book 2 is actually coming back to me in 2 weeks from the editor. Very excited to get it back. Also a little nervous. I don't know how critical this new editor is going to be. I don't know how substantial of the changes I need to make are going to be. I'm just hoping it's not a complete burn and redo. Because while I did write book 2 much faster than book 1, I finished the first draft in probably 6 months. And then I did a round of editing for a month on my own editing. But I didn't do as many self-edit runs that I did on the first book. I don't think I need to do as many. I actually felt like I did way too many because the story wasn't developed enough. Like, even though I thought it was getting better and better every time I went through it, I did a lot of things wrong with the story and the characters and dynamics and first person narrative, bringing in third person every now and then and stuff. So I wasted a lot of time because I had to scrap a lot of stuff that I probably re-edited and made sound a little better, changed words, fixed, you know. When you're at the developmental editing stage, it's better to provide the editor with a more raw version. One that you can, you know, feel good about changing and not like, oh, this is my baby. This is my final author, or this is my final manuscript, and now you want to change everything. Because I had a little bit of that on book 1, just because I didn't even know what I was going to do with the editing. I thought I was going to do all my own editing, which was dumb. So, only put a month into it, ran through it. Ran through it once fully, where I read every line, and I rewrote sentences, and I really paid attention. And then I did a second run through, just reading through all the spelling errors and names, just to make sure, continuity stuff, and I changed some lines here and there. So I think that was enough to get it to a point where if they really think a lot of it needs to change, I wouldn't be gutted. Only reason that I really hope it's not too much is because I only have 4 weeks in the schedule to revise until it goes to line editing. And once it goes to line editing phase, I think, I don't remember if we factored in another revision set or not. Must have. Maybe. Maybe I don't know what line editing is. I'm guessing that means they go line by line and just like fix things and rewrite things. Maybe. Let's look it up. I should probably already know this. I think I knew this when I agreed to this contract. Line editing is a form of content editing that focuses, as the name suggests, on line-by-line revision of a text. It involves making changes to the language and structure in order to improve clarity, precision, and accuracy. Line editors often focus on readability, including sentence structure and word choice. Great. So basically, you know, kind of what I did. I did like a line editing after I finished the first draft. So, after I give it back to them, they'll fix the line by line, make sure all the sentences make sense. They're, you know, accurate. Because, I mean, the developmental editor had to read book 1 first. So they have a really good understanding of the story. And then, yeah, then it goes to proofreading. I should be getting it back June after it goes back to them. And then I have about a month before it launches. So that's where I really need to focus on typesetting, because typesetting takes a while. Luckily, I already have book 1 to reference for like font styles, chapter styles. I mean, I have a lot of templates built that I built during the first typesetting phase, but I actually am a little nervous about the chapter icons, because I had my first cover editor do all the chapter icons, and I liked the way they were done, and I'd like them to be the same in book 2. But I don't know about hiring the same illustrator to do the chapter icons again, because they're based in Italy. Communication was hard, and their timelines were hard. Like they were took a while. Communication took a while, and it took a while to get things back. So I'm a little nervous about hitting deadlines, especially because, like, at this point, I don't exactly know what the chapter titles are yet. And, like, the chapters can change, so it's not like I could give it to them right now. So, yeah. I think after I get it back in a couple weeks, April 14th, I'll go ahead, do my revisions, make sure it's really solid, and then maybe at that point I'll know what all the chapters are. One thing I did realize is that the chapters are longer than they were in the first book, because the first book was 26 chapters and 97,000 words, whereas book 2 I ended up only getting like 24 or 23 chapters for the same word count. So definitely a little bit longer. Might have been more consistent. I did a lot of cutting in the first book, and I made chapters shorter because I was cutting big parts out of them, and I didn't like just add words, because the scenes they end when they end, you know. You could have a 1-page chapter, you know, what Stephen King did that, so it must be okay. All right, why are we here? Because of Orbem Explore. Let's switch over so we can look at Orbem Explore. Welcome back to Orbem Explore. This is my video game based on WordPress. If you're familiar with WordPress, you'll know what this admin bar is. And yeah, why WordPress? I'm a WordPress programmer by trade. I've been doing it for 14 years. I've been web developing for 20. And yeah, I mean, this is what I know. And I think it's a really cool thing to build a video game with what you know. You know, because it's easier than ever and more accessible than ever to build a video game. Plenty of people have said that, and it's very true. And I could use any game engine to do it, but I don't connect as much to those game engines as I do with my website. Because I built the website, it's an extension of both my livelihood and my passion of, you know, bringing people into the Orbem universe and creating a real community in this universe. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, I've had people ask if they could use Orbem in their D&D campaigns. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to be, that would be great. I would love people to use Orbem, you know? In their art, in their music, in their video games. You know, I want Orbem, the universe, to be bigger, you know, bigger than me. Not open source. I still want to control the, you know, the IC, the IP, but I definitely want people to join and enjoy it and contribute. That's why I called the whole, you know, website and all my social medias Orbem Order. Orbem Order is, you know, the ancient council made up of Orbem's individual species, you know, representatives of the species that speak for the whole world, you know. And I want people to join the order. I want the order to be, you know, a group, a community of people, and so join the order, you know, sign up now. And there's many ways to join the order nowadays. You could go to Discord, which I have the link right here. You can join the Orbem Discord. You could join the Orbem newsletter. You could join, you know, you can just buy the book. And that puts you in the order right there, because you're part of the universe. You could join my Facebook page. You could join, you know, any of the other social medias. Excuse me. I am just over my chest cold. It has been a long journey of hacking up lungs, but I think I'm finally in a good space. So, Orbem OG, Orbem Order, Orbem Explore. Hey, look, join the newsletter. Subscribe. Oh, you can't see, my face is covering it. This is the old game. Walk around, explore. Hence the name Orbem Explorer. That's why I came up with it. It's literally you just walking around Orbem at super speed, going through the Highlands. Oh my god, that took days in the book. Going through the Academy. Oh my god, that took such a long time for them to get the Academy, but now they're here in Gillimonk. Meet the characters, you know what I mean? And go in the mountains. Freeze to death. And go in the ocean. Oops, you don't have a boat. Guess I'll have to try again. Yeah, I kill you if you go in the water. And 504s or 500s because the game is great. Anyways, Orbem Explorer 1.0. This is Orbem Explorer 2.0. The first game was an accompaniment, you know, something that you would play or want to play after you read the book, because it lets you walk around Orbem, you know, the universe you just read about. and it has all the landmarks that we talk about and some of the characters. So I thought it'd be just kind of fun, just to continue your journey. And the website's in the end of the book, so you know you can go there and learn more and have some fun. But I wanted the game now to be a standalone, a game that I could market separately from the book, play it, and make you want to read the original, like read the book. It's like almost like seeing the movie and now you want to read the book. That's basically my thought process. So I want to create a fully RPG game, with all the great RPG mechanics, maybe some cool little things that are just unique to the game itself, and mini games, bosses, and something I can continue building over time as the series progresses, add more levels, you know what I mean? And that's the plan. And to do that, I have to build a game engine basically inside of WordPress, because I want to use what I know, which is WordPress for content management, asset management, and I want to use vanilla JavaScript for all the mechanics, and Sass styling for, making it look the way it needs to look. And some CSS3, animation stuff to help with performance, That being said, I've been doing it for a long time, but I only know what I've used, right? I'm self-taught. I think it's really important to still have self-taught developers in the world who didn't go to college learning the same basics and all following the same playbook, and have a different way of thinking, a different way of looking at code, because it's more wild, it's more instinctual, and maybe more creative. I've only learned the things I needed to in order to make money. Right? So I've learned a lot of things that I'll never use again just because I had to make money. ASP.NET storefront. Ever heard of that? Probably heard of ASP.NET or .NET. Well, this is an e-commerce platform built using the ASP, the .NET framework. I learned that. I had an e-commerce job. I was running an e-commerce store, Swag, plus size clothing company, and that's the framework they were using. So that's what I had to learn how to use, and never use that again. But it's just one more link in the chain of your experience that makes you think of code in a different way, or troubleshooting code in a different way. So it's okay. The fact is, it wasn't a waste of time, because it was a job and I was making money doing it. So even though I'll never use it again, it's a skill set that just helps develop the overall programming skill set. Doesn't matter what language you're using or learning. Java, Rust. Are you learning C# because you're in college? Or Java? While it's unnecessary, it's not a waste. Does that make sense? It's unnecessary to learn a language that you'll never use again, or that nobody else is using. But it's not a waste of time, because programming is programming. You're still learning how to type faster. You're learning how to troubleshoot bug fixes and stuff. You're learning how to use an IDE, GitHub, You know what I mean? All these things, Docker, all these things you need to use around programming. That's what's really important. So then when you go into that next job where you don't know the language, you'll know how to do everything else. And then the language is fucking Googling and Stack Overflowing and talking with my hands a lot today. Yeah. I think bottom line is I know WordPress programming because that's what most of my jobs were in the past 10, 14 years. So I know it really well, but I also just know what I needed to know. So there's going to be plenty of times when you see me programming something that I might be able to use something more advanced, maybe something more complex, maybe something more efficient. But I don't know it because I wasn't paid to use it. So it's okay, and we're all gonna get to the same place, right? And one thing I've learned, what every company thinks, it's true, but maybe they take advantage of this fact. There's always time to fix bugs. It's always time to optimize. And guess what? Even if you have the best code in the world right now, right this second, even if your website is the most performant, up-to-date, fucking pristine code, it's gonna be shit in 5 years. I think 5 years is a good date. Yeah, it's gonna be shit in 5 years. Believe me, I've built some immaculate plugins, and then 5 years later I look back and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Oh my god. What is this? Why am I using this function? Dude, I started building this video game 4 years ago. I already look back and think, what the hell? I know so much more about vanilla JavaScript, and there's so many more things in vanilla JavaScript that are accessible to browsers that weren't as accessible back then. Like prepend, I don't even think existed back when I was first building this. Don't quote me on that. Again, I didn't go to college, no computer science background. No. So, and I'm not a historical programming historian, you know, I don't keep track of that stuff. But I'm pretty sure prepend wasn't even a thing. Pretty sure you had to, like, grab the element, dismantle it, and then add the element above the ending tag, and then put it back together like that. Pretty sure prepend was much more complex. But yeah. Now we're here. Orbem Explore. And I did not stream yesterday. I do not stream on Sundays. So, fresh Monday bug day. And the bug we've been working on for the past few days, because I've kind of combined new development of magic with the bug of the bad guy, because it can't really properly test my shield until his collision points are working. That being said, this is where we are. We're inside the bad guy zone, and little Pop Socket's not shooting at me because the trigger is in the doorway, which, thinking back, I should have probably made the trigger like the whole room, so as soon as you walk into the room. But I wasn't thinking about the fact that I can transport. Boop. And there's one of those little unique things that I think this game will bring to the table, is your ability to transport, because that is the main plot point of Orbem, is that Graham, the main character, invents personal wormhole transportation. It's attached to his watch. I mean, he created a watch holster for his device. And eventually it's embedded in his mechanical arm. I have an affinity for mechanical arms, as you can see. I always loved them. I think I got ruined by Full Metal Alchemist when I was a kid. And then every time I see mechanical arms, I'm just like, "Buh, why not me?" And I know that's stupid because I don't want to lose my arm yet. I've seen some pretty crazy prosthesis. We're not far off from me cutting my arm off, so you know, I like bod mod, so dude, that was a thing actually. I remember Newgrounds, and like all those weirdo websites. Remember the guy who like surgically had body parts removed as a form of bod mod, like his fingers, and I think he had like his leg removed. I don't know, some crazy stuff. He found a surgeon that would do it, like in the name of art. Yeah, I never got that hardcore. The surface piercings on myself a lot. Yeah, I've got plenty of battle scars of surface piercings rejecting. Back when it was kind of newer. I was making my own dermal implants. I was the first shop in Hollywood. I was the first piercer in Hollywood to, you know, do dermal anchors. This was 2006. Oh god, so old. Yeah, that's when I graduated from high school. Immediately joined a shop in Hollywood. And yeah, when dermal anchors started to be a thing, started seeing them online, just people trying them out. I immediately started making the jewelry. I was using eyebrow bars, twisting them up with my jewelry pliers, and yeah, just started shoving them in, testing them out. I had some in my hands, like had some in my my sides, like my hips. I was just any area I could really like grab onto and test it out. That was the thing. I always tested piercings out on myself. Just felt like it made more sense. Because, like I mentioned in one of my shorts, like people ask if it hurts. Like I want to be able to say, yeah, you know, it hurts. Tell them how it hurts, you know. So, even though I didn't keep all the piercings I've done on myself, I've pretty much done them all. You know, if you can do it, I've done it, and kept some of them. Yeah, and the ones I've kept, they're good. Piercings reject over time, you know, a lot of times. And I think some of the most, the ones that probably would have rejected by now, or that should have, and that I could have issues with sometimes, are these not dermals, these dahlias on the corners of my lips. Very close to the edge, right? So they have a tendency to want to just reject out because it's really close to the edge of the mouth, and it's a lot of movement. But I think I got it to the point where it's healed, the jewelry's light enough, and it's not touching anything in my mouth. You know, when I move my lips a lot, like it's not clicking on my teeth or anything. So it's and I don't ride a motorcycle anymore, so the helmet, that was a really big problem, off and off. It ruined my cheek piercings. I used to have 2 extra rows of cheek piercings, and I called it the Joker, like I had the smile going all the way up. And oh my god, what a fucking... I loved them, but the nightmare healing process, especially with the the helmet. Like, I just could not save them. Did to my wife too. She had her cheeks pierced. Helmet kind of ruined her life too, so yeah, but I'm good. And I got like the 10 gauge rings in my my lips, so they thick enough that they can really hold. And, can't get the ball off because it's so thick. Gotta use pliers, but luckily I don't. God, when was the last time I had to take these out? It's getting some sort of x-rays, I think. Probably for my teeth or something. Not easy. It takes a long time. Especially because most of my piercings are like permanent now. Like my nose rings are just rings that are closed, and like I said, the balls are really hard to get off these. Ears aren't, these aren't going anywhere. These were just naturally growing over time. I didn't really try to stretch them. They're about 1.25 inches now. Started at 16 gauge. Like what's in my nose right now? That's what my ears started at when I was 15. And just slowly tapered them over and over. I had 2 in each ear. And I had put 2 plugs in them. I still have the second hole. It's just, it's part of the ear now. Why'd I get into piercings all of a sudden? Anyways. Video game. So we're in the bad guy zone. I can punch. And the bug we're trying to fix, and I actually had the epiphany that ruined my life on Saturday. Here's the issue. Oh crap, I hit the trigger. Now you can shoot me. Yeah, so here's the issue. Did he just shoot through the wall? No. Okay. Sorry, it looked like it on the camera. The runner who runs at me, this is the shooter. I have 2 types of enemies, runner and shooter. Runner just hits you and just runs into you. I don't make him hurt me yet, because I wanted to get the mechanics down first. There are 2 movements. I make him move every 2 seconds to my position and use a transition, like just a CSS transition, to get the actual movement animation. So cool, works great. He comes at me, and then every 2 seconds he changes direction and moves towards me if I'm moving out of his way or whatever. If I'm running away from him, he keeps chasing me. So problem is, I want him to run into walls and stop. And ultimately, I want to get my shield going, boop, and I want him to run into it and not hit me. Like, I want the shield to block him. Problem is, when he's transitioning to my position, his position is lost, because all I know is that he's coming to my old position. So the mechanics I use for collisions, like it's blocking me from going into walls right now, it's based off of my current position and the wall's position. So problem is, the way that the container is built, I can't use, and I'll show the code in this sense, I can't use get bounding client rect to just get the left and top position of the enemy, because get bounding client rect shows you the position within the viewport, right? And my map is bigger than the viewport. So, like if I was to put him at 0 left and 0 top, he'd be way off the screen. Whereas if I was putting him at 0 0 of the bounding client rect, he'd be the top left of the screen, right? So I thought if I put an interval that's fast, like my movement, like every 20 milliseconds, that I could track his position as he's moving and stop him. But what I didn't realize is that every time he moves to my position, it changes his left and top style to my position and not to his movement. Might be confusing. I'll show you in HTML just so I can do this for myself. So look at this. This is my current position. 2460, 1834, right? So when I move on the map, you see the number change? Up and down. So this is my current position on the map. And if I just move myself, you see I'm moving on the map up and down, right? So problem is, this top and left style is just changing, boop, to my position, the enemies. And it's not moving pixel by pixel as I move. You see how it slowly moves up and down? And that makes me able to track and stop myself. Because what I do is I just add 5 pixels to whatever is colliding. Or I remove 5 pixels depending on where I'm colliding from. So if I go to the top here, and I go down, boop, 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 boop. See, I push myself, look at the top. You see how it keeps pushing up and down? Up, 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 up. 260, 2160, 2160. It keeps going up. And so if I'm in here, and he comes at my position, his style says this, 2361, 1478. So that means technically adding 5 or 10 pixels to that would put him in the middle of the wall instead of above the wall. Problem. So I need to figure out how to have his top and left style move as he moves, which sucks because I want him to move slowly. And I want him to move slowly towards my position. And the easiest way to do that was set his position to mine, you know, and have it just transition to me. So now I have to basically take my position and basically move his up, top and left until it hits my numbers. And if my numbers are less than his, then they have to go down. You see, this is going to be complex. I don't have a choice though. That's the only way to make him move towards my position. So let's get going. Basically what comes down to is this is all gone. None of this matters anymore. Oh, and I even came up with this awesome transition logic that used the difference between our two positions pixel-wise. And it would make the transition time longer if I was farther. Because what was happening was, as if I was farther away, he moved quicker. But since I knew the distance, I could slow him down. So it was actually a consistent speed no matter how far I was from him. Genius. Genius, but gotta throw it all away. Yeah, because it doesn't matter how many pixels away anymore. I need to know how much top pixel and how much left pixel he is away. And then just increment it up and down depending on where I am. So let's do this. Goodbye. Actually, I'm gonna need some of this. I need my character's position. So we'll put this back. I'm basically going back in time. Okay. And then I need... I think that's it. I think we're good. Oh, goodbye, get position at center. Okay. So, the new logic is... Yeah, the new logic is we're gonna check if I am colliding. Cool. Which I can probably get rid of all this enemy specific stuff. Doesn't matter anymore. And I don't care if he's colliding or not, because I don't need to do any of this anymore. I'm not clearing this anymore. Okay, this is basically it. Oops. Okay, so now what's happening is I'm using the same collision logic as my character, and it'll bump me up, you know, 5 pixels top, left, depending on which thing I'm colliding with. So that gets me the collision. No, I don't need this anymore. Okay. So now I need my position, which this is my center point. And I need to start moving my character towards that position. So what I need to do is do that, and then I'll read the collision and push it. Then he'll be moving towards me, and I'll be pushing him at the same, you know, push him, move towards me, push him. That's because that's basically what I'm doing. I'm moving and hitting that thing, and it's stopping me. Well, I'm feeding at the top and left end, so I just need to set this incrementally towards my character. How do I do that? How do I do that? I know my position. I know my position. I need to start going towards that position. So I just need to start incrementing it, right? So, well, let's definitely turn these into lets, because I'm going to have to update them on the fly. And then left val int. We'll do some if statements. If this is less than character left, then left val int +1, maybe. And then else left val int -1. So if I'm left in my current character, if the enemy's left, if the enemy is his left position is left less than my position, I'll add to it. If it's more, I'll minus it. So he'll go left or right, depending on where I am. And now, so that's move enemy left. We'll do the same thing for top. Top valiant is left. Less. God damn, I keep saying left. I sound like an idiot. Top valiant is less. Then add to it. Or remove from it. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's it. Maybe. Okay. I think this will work. First try. Definitely first try. Tell me it's not going to work first try. Come on, chat. Come on, bots. Do it, bots. Tell me. It's not going to work first try. See? Too scared. Alright. But you're really interested what's going to happen right now. Did I forget something? I don't think so. Will he move towards me really fast? That's my fear. Or do nothing. That's also my fear. Dude. What are you doing, dude? That's his current position. So his left should be subtracting, and his top should be adding. Meaning he should be coming towards me. Oh, wrong person. Same thing though. His left should be subtracting, top should be adding. And yet you do nothing. Let's see, what did I do wrong? So it's runner. Let's set the runner int. And we're going this way. Okay, collision walls, new enemy, they exist. Huh. And I just I hit the trigger. Let's double check that I actually compiled. Nothing. Alright, well, let's see. See why this interval is not getting hit. Engage enemy. Okay, yeah, let's check. So it is left int less than my character, which is my character. I wonder if these... No. Oh, I'm an idiot. I just randomly set them. You all saw that and you're like, this is why we said it's not going to work first try. You fucking liars. You didn't know. If I didn't know, you didn't know. Okay. Aha. Now we're actually setting. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. First try. This makes sense now. Those lines should go away now. Yep. Alright, well, first off, let's get out of here, because I don't want it to just trigger right away. Anticlimactic. Go! Oh my god. I triggered him, and look what's happening. He's moving towards me. Oh my god. It worked. First try. And it's beautiful. Look, he's like really good at following me. Question is, will he go through a wall? I must. Oh no. I'm out of here, dude. Get me. It's beautiful. It's perfect. That was much less difficult than I thought. Oh my god, look, and he's following me like a fucking rabid dog. I love it. You stupid. Get me, bitch. I bet you anything the shield works now. I bet you it works. Let's change to magic. And let's try the shield out. Oh my god. It works perfectly. Look, he doesn't even push me anymore. Yeah, bitch. Get out. Oh god, no. Shield, shield, shield. Oh my god. This is perfect. I mean, he's very scarily persistent. But look, now he can push me. No, you can't push me. Shield. Why is nobody watching this? This is glorious. Push you, bitch. Oh no, shield. Oh god. But look, he can't push me because of shield. Oh, you're watching? Awesome. Shady, look. The shield, it works. That's fantastic. Magic at work. Get out of my way. Thank you. Looks nice. Appreciate it. That's fantastic. And let's transport out of here so we can enjoy the glory of that bug fix. Okay, that's great. It's a game on a browser. Yes. Welcome. This is your first time. This is WordPress. You might have heard of WordPress as a blogging framework for making blogs. But I'm a WordPress programmer. I've been doing it for... There's a lot of errors going on. There are a lot of errors, you're correct. That's because the interval is still running, which it should not be. Why is the interval still running? I know I didn't remove this one. There we go. I didn't know you can make a game WordPress. Well, you can't. Well, you couldn't. I basically have had to develop this game like a game engine, because there is no game engine for WordPress. But I use WordPress as a content management system, that's what it is. It's a CMS. But I use it to manage the assets in this. So like the images for the collectibles, like this, and yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. This is all vanilla JavaScript. It's all very easy to understand. Just REST endpoints to save things to the database, just like a game does, and pull information from the database. Oh, what did I do? You're new to AAH web dev? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, web development, you could do a lot these days, especially with a lot of the JavaScript frameworks and JavaScript server-side languages. Ah is ah sound. Oh, okay. Start learning JavaScript. Good. Learn vanilla JavaScript. I'm telling you. If you start there, you could basically work in any of them. You could work in React, CoffeeScript, Node, Next.js, TypeScript. You can work in all of them if you know vanilla JavaScript. And this week, I started learning how to use React. Awesome starting point. No React. Man, you could get a job anywhere if you knew React. Because it's the hot ticket. Yeah, it is. You love it so far. That's great. I'm really happy. Because, yeah, and in WordPress, you know, if you go into the admin, well, I'm interested in both web application and making games. Fantastic. Well, that's what this is. It's both. So you can see here, I'm using WordPress to manage the assets like this. The Elven Soldier was the pop socket that was running at me. So basically, I used this this custom post type I made, which is explore enemy, and I just have a bunch of custom fields here that I registered. And the image, that's the image of the pop socket. That's the thing that shows up on the front end. This is his starting position, his height and width. The value is how much he hurts you, basically, his strength. I can decipher whether he's a shooter or a runner. And then I have his health, his starting health, how fast he moves, and then his trigger point. And this is the point in which, if I touch this point on the map, he starts attacking me. And this is all React. This is Gutenberg in WordPress. It's a React-based block builder, basically, page builder. So, you know, this is where you add your stuff for content, usually for page content and stuff. And you see in orbemortar.com, this is the website, the live website here. This is all the WordPress website that I built for my book, Orbem. I thought WordPress uses PHP, but I didn't use WordPress much. Thanks, looks amazing, appreciate it. Yeah, it's WordPress server language is PHP. So everything that I use for like the REST endpoints, this is an example of like a helper function to build the HTML. This is all PHP here. But everything in the editor is React based to build the content. So like if you need to make a custom block for your content or a custom meta boxes for saving data to posts, that's all React. And the front end I'm using vanilla.js and Sass styling. Yeah, WordPress has a little bit of everything, especially if you're using Next.js as your front end, like a headless site. You could really know everything, other than Python. Python's the only thing you don't know. That you don't need because you have PHP. Still don't know much about how backends work. I'm learning first how the front end works. You know Python? It's great. I mean, it's a data scientist language, and I've heard good things. But I don't know anything I don't use. C# was my first language, and then Python, now JavaScript. So you went to college? That's basically what you learned there, right? C# and then Python? Nope? Oh, nice. So you chose that. Mechanical engineer. I envy you. I really appreciate hands-on engineers because I've been a software engineer for so long. It's so fake. I want to do hardware. I want to build stuff. You know, I've gotten to woodworking a lot, and it's not the same. I want to build mechanics. Well, I can't really work as a mechanical engineer because of health. Okay. Yeah, it's labor intensive, right? Well, you could build the software for the mechanics. Python's good for that. And yeah, the whole game is based off of my book series. It's a sci-fi fantasy crossover novel series, Orbem, which you can go on Amazon right now. It's available audiobook, paperback, Kindle. You know how to work on CNC machines. That's really cool. I have a 3D printer, but I haven't worked on CNC machines before. I always wanted a CNC router. Whoop. So yeah, let's delete all this content. Ooh. Well, yeah, make sure you follow me if you want to follow the journey of this game. So far, so good. It's coming along. And yeah, today's bug day. I do bug days Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday I work on new things. That was the last bug I really wanted to work on that was integrated with Magic, so I have to find some more bugs to deal with now. Which is probably... I followed you, but just to let you know, I'm rarely active. Yeah, that's fine. I also do a lot of shorts on YouTube and on TikTok, so if you just want to see little clips of me talking about random stuff, and it's also a good time. But yeah, appreciate the follow though. You know, you can always lurk on some past broadcasts too. I think they stay like 6 or 7 days behind. Link for YouTube? Yeah, sure. Let me throw it in the chat for you. Oh, you found it? Alright, cool. I'll put it in here anyways, unless somebody else is lurking. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm simulcasting on YouTube right now, so if you're not on Twitch and you just have YouTube, if you subscribe, it'll ping you every time I go live. Always fun. And yeah, so good luck on your web dev journey. It's a great field. Endless jobs. Honestly. And you know, you can't pick a bad framework like WordPress too. Plenty of work there. Like I said, I've had steady jobs for about 14 years. Been doing web dev for 20. And you know, working on some big sites. I worked for Disney. Hope I could find that job as a programmer at some point soon. Yeah, I mean, just start applying. You know, the best thing you can do is get an associate engineering, software engineering job, and just learn from the people smarter than you. That's how I did it. You know, when I was working at Disney, I was the smartest one in the room, so it didn't help me. Universal, nobody was a WordPress developer, it didn't help me. Warner Brothers, pretty much the same thing. I guess Disney had some actually good engineers. Warner Brothers had nobody good. And then Beachbodies. That's when I really found some extremely talented WordPress engineers, and they really got me into the programming, coding standards, and how to really make your code usable. But just work as much as you can. Yeah, it's the best advice I can give is build your resume. Don't build your portfolio, build your resume. Portfolio is like, you know, your own projects and stuff just to show off you can do something. But a resume is like, oh, you can work with people. You can talk to your boss. You can talk to clients, you know? That's what gets you more jobs. So, take any little job you can. I spent 2 years working on Craigslist. Not for Craigslist, like just getting freelance jobs off Craigslist. And built a nice little resume of random clients that allowed me to get some like full-time gigs. Let's see this movement. Thank you for the advice. This day I ask friends of mine who work as programmers when I have a problem. They work as programmers. Yeah. And you can always jump on here, ask any question you want. I love talking programming. You know, I've been a manager, I've been individual contributor, worked on a billion different languages. I don't mind. Man, these guys are so persistent though. Oh, he killed himself on my hand. He only had 30 health. Alright. The next bug I think we need to do... Let's see here. So this works. I want to add the same logic that makes it so this doesn't slow down or speed up if I'm farther away. Nope. Or do that. So I'm actually gonna go back in time and grab that logic that I just deleted, because that logic was very smart and I was very sad to delete it. Here we go. Where is it? It's down. Nope, still deleted. Oh, I hope it's not all the way gone. Oh, here it goes. It's here. This, you. I want you. Very good logic. This one. Using a Mac? Yeah. Yeah. I didn't used to. When I was working, you know, on my own, either freelance or just for companies that didn't provide computers, I always used a PC. The biggest laptop I could find, just the biggest screen. I always needed a laptop because I had to walk around. But companies just, they provide MacBook Pros. Before I used to use Windows, these days I use Linux. Linux fans. It's very cool. Never got into Linux. Like I said, everyone always gave me a MacBook Pro, so I had to learn just to get used to Mac. And now I appreciate how it's generally bug-free. And I don't have to, it's not too much work. I don't like how it's not customizable at all and impossible to do anything, you know, out of its purview, but it works with the programs I need. And okay, so now where is the shooter? Here it is. This is the shooter. Okay, yeah, so the move enemy, this is where the translate is. And here we go. I need you. So I want this to be this. There we go. Linux fan. Is working on a Linux much different than a PC? I guess I've seen it. Is it just less UI? Or is it just like another system? So a lot more typing, like terminal, like a lot more command line D, or very technical terms. Well, for Linux is not sure how to, yeah. Kind of just like you have to do it. you have to try it. It's like me explaining Mac. So you got a lot of distros, okay. Some distros are super user friendly. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, I already have this. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I just know it's more open sourcey too. Other you might need some knowledge at, you know, Arc Linux, but there are some commands that make you easy to install it. Right, yeah, I mean, it's been around for so long. Oh, 1 second, I gotta let the dog out. Sorry about that. Thanks. I'm back. Yeah, I got 4 dogs, so they all tend to go out at different times. I have to run over there. I'll have to let them back in later too. Have you ever used VirtualBox or Universal? Yeah. Back when I was on the PC, I used to have to use a virtual machine to mimic a Mac to do testing. Or vice versa sometimes, actually. Maybe that's what it was. When I was on a Mac, I had to use a VM to show them I was on a PC. That's what it was. Back when I didn't have any PCs available to me. And yeah, I had Windows 11 on it. I remember the one I was using. Oh yeah, that's true. Try on a virtual machine. What's the main benefit of using Linux, you think? More safer. You have control of everything. Fully custom. Okay. So it's like having full access to your entire system. That makes sense. I don't have full access to my entire system. Yeah, I don't. Even my own computer, you know. I have like admin access, but there's still things that are locked. Okay, move enemy. I need to pass the new enemy. Which, when you install Linux, it feels that you are in control. I don't feel the same with Windows. I mean, you definitely wouldn't feel that with a Mac. You are in much less control. Mac controls your computer. You're just along for the ride. Especially with all their iTunes and their Apple Store and stuff. Also, it can run a lot of games, except the games that are not built for Linux. And you, oh, right. That makes sense. Lost Souls back. I admire your persistence to make a game in PHP. Thank you. Yes. Well, technically, I'm just serving up the content in PHP. I'm mostly making the game in vanilla JavaScript and Sass styling. Thanks. Yeah, anti-cheat. Yeah, I heard kernel level anti-cheat is bad news. Enemy name. Where is enemy name being defined? Enemy type. Am I still? Oh, I'm doing it here. I should probably just do that up high. But we'll just reset it here again. There we go. Alright, now the transition should be variable based off of the position of me and the enemy. Cool. Why is this not found? Get position at center. Oh no, I deleted that function. Shoot. I need to get that function back. I think it's too late. Let's see if I can find it again. How am I being shot? Position at center. Is this it? I know I found you somewhere. Get position at center. That's it. Who needs to remember? Yeah, WordPress is just a framework to hold pictures and text, you know what I mean? Besides it being a MySQL database and using the WordPress REST API, they're all just conduits, the same as a game engine. So very practical for saving this kind of stuff. And oh, by the way, Orbem, if you want to try Linux, I would suggest you try Debian, Ubuntu. I don't like it though. Denver OS. I heard it's good. It's Arch based. Very interesting. I'm very interested. I need to know. I've been working on on computers and websites for so long. I should know what Linux looks like. Oops. Or the feeling. What if I love it? What if I can't not work on Linux? That's scary. Okay. Will his shooting? Oh yeah, it's working. Oh yeah, I forgot I have it on like a timer. We're gonna have to speed that buddy up. Times. I need this faster, so I need this less. Let's do times 40. Right? Yeah, less is faster. Let's go. Hit the trigger. Faster. That is faster. Not fast enough. Shoot. I might have to, like, not times it by anything. Let's try times 10. Projectile speed. Yeah, I just found this one for the first time too. Math.hypot. This is the hypotenuse of a triangle or something. So you can use the Pythagorean theorem. Math. Not sure which text editor you use. I personally use Visual Studio Code. Yeah, I mean, everyone uses Visual Studio. Even a lot of the devs I work with do. But since I'm usually doing WordPress development, I use PHP Storm, which is very PHP based. You know, it just makes it easier to work in PHP, and it's really good for JavaScript too. I heard Visual Studio is better for JavaScript programming, but you know, I have everything in this IDE, like all the WordPress functions kind of built in, so I don't really have to even try to memorize them all. I don't have to go looking through Google for them, and it's pretty cheap. And there's a lot of other tools that come with the JetBrains suite, kind of like the Creative Cloud, Adobe stuff. It comes with like a database management. You can use it for, you know, even game development. They have an IDE for that. Alright, let's see. Are you faster? Oh, it hit me that time. Now the question is, if I move closer, is it slower? No. See? That's the variable transition speed. It doesn't change no matter how far away I am. Look, even when I'm really far away, it's still shooting at the same rate. Oh no. Oh no, I'm being infested with pop sockets. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? It's an infection. Okay. Where are you going? Why are you guys doing that? Let's see what the HTML looks like when that happens. Because that's a bug, it needs to be fixed. Look at, there's multiple. There should only ever be one projectile. Oh, yeah, it's a timing thing. Right. So projectile gets removed. Here. So yeah, I'm removing it every divided by 0.5. Where the hell did I get 1.5 from? Oh no. So I remove it. Oh, see, look. It's like it's supposed to be the same speed. I don't think that 1.5 is correct. So I pen the new projectile, I remove the old one. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, because I'm doing it at the same time. I would like to stay more, but I have to leave soon. I wish the best of luck with you and your game. It's nice meeting you. Hey, Shady993, I really appreciate you jumping on. It's always great getting some new eyes, and appreciate you following as well. And yeah, hope to see you around sometime. I mean, if you jump away in the future, you'll see major development done, maybe. So, thanks so much. And then I'm clearing the interval. Proj movement. Have a wonderful day too. What is proj movement? Clear interval. Proj movement. Oh, it's this. Remove. Oh, this is the movement that happens when it collides. So this is the collision logic. Oh, good timing. I left the dog in. Alright. Well, got a decent amount of time left. There's Lost Souls. Lost Soul, you still lurking? Yeah, Lost Soul 421. Okay. So, this is highly complex. This whole projectile movement logic. I feel like this needs to be simplified. So what am I doing? I got me, I got my left in top position, I got the projectile. This is happening every proj speed times 1000, so that's the rate of fire. So what's happening here? Projectile exists. I'm cloning it, creating a new projectile. I'm moving the projectile. The current projectile I'm moving at the current speed. Okay. And this is where I'm doing the transition speed, which is good. And then check projectile position and remove its wall, if it's a wall. Okay, so this is checking the projectile movement, which I found out is not going to work. Oh well, no, this is gonna work. It's not doing, it's not like stopping it. It's just when they intersect, it removes. So I'm wrong. This is good. It's already painful enough to develop a game with positions, movements, and so on, and make it in PHP. That works weirdly. Dude, you have no idea. You just don't think about like how many mechanics are in a game until you have to build them from scratch. Like, I know if I jumped in like RPG Maker or Game Maker Studio or something like that, it's like all this is already done. You just kind of like doop. Put the wall here, put the enemy here, make him look good, you know? But, yeah. Yeah, I know. But it's not as impactful to me. I'm gonna be able to control this game in ways, you know, nobody else can on WordPress. And so, imagine the weird bosses I could create, you know, with shooting and movement. Completely unique bosses. Going through all of them, if any of them intersect, boom, dead. Cool. And then what I'm doing is every second divided by 1.5, which I'm guessing it was me trying to make it less than this. It's supposed to create the new one, remove the old one. Maybe that's the problem, is the transition speed now is changed. I don't really like this though, this whole removal logic. Especially this divide by 1.5. I mean, why didn't I just minus 100 milliseconds or something? I'm clearing the movement. Right. Yeah, but see, that's the problem. There's gonna be like a time. It's gonna go out of sync, at a certain point. And I think that's what's happening. Like it works good at first, but then the intervals changing every time it runs. You know, it's changing. So let's actually see if it'll work just like this. So we're gonna remove the old one at the same time as the new one's cloned. Oh, and we're appending it, so let's see if that actually works. Whoop. All right. I forgot. You're a programmer, Lost Soul? I don't know if we've ever talked about what you do. And then let's see what happens. You are. Yeah, you're a programmer. Currently doing my thesis. Oh, okay. Right, you're in school. Google Cloud. That's your thesis. Interesting. Any reason you chose Google Cloud, not like AWS or Azure or something? Oh. See? It doesn't like the collision with the wall. It's worse than ever. The infection is real. Okay. So this is what's screwing it up. When it overlaps, it's supposed to delete, but it's almost like it's making more. Why? You're supposed to delete. But then it's appending more. My professor only provided me with Google. Oh, G-Cloud now. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Those accounts can be expensive. So what's your thesis? What's your take on the Google Cloud? Projectile remove. Why are you being so weird? When you hit, you're just supposed to remove. If you hit. And then... why are you adding so many? You should only add a new one every... oh, it pushed me off the map. Thanks. Something about automatic testing and monitoring for web app. Okay, automatic testing and monitoring. Very cool. So utilizing the Google Cloud service to do automated testing. Or are you automatically testing things in the Google Cloud? Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. So it's working. When it hits the wall, I use a framework called Pulumi to provision the Google Cloud Compute Engine. It's same as Terraform. Okay, but you can write it in any language. Ooh. Writing Terraform in any language. That's kind of cool. Let me go far away. Will it start freaking out? No. It seems like it only freaks out when I get hit and then let it hit the wall. Wait, what the hell was that? Oh, it already screwed up. So it's when it hits me. That's when it starts freaking out. Huh. So I'm the problem. Wait, where am I the problem? Projectile. Because I know there's some logic when it hits me. Yeah, it's actually really interesting thinking about Terraform in any language. Because Terraform is a real big, you know, wall to climb usually in the programming world. You know, the people that use Terraform are all DevOps and engineers. Okay. Projectile. Hurt enemy. So if it's me, hurt me. And then I delete. So is the problem that it's being removed by me? It's being removed by me before... well, it should be cloning it right away. But if it gets deleted by me... maybe it doesn't have something else to remove. I don't know. That's weird. Why would this do that? If I don't... well... let's see. If I remove this, does that fix it or make it worse? By the way, did you use tick system in this game? I made a game in Java once and used tick system to control object movement, like FPS thingy. I used set interval you know? If that's what you mean. I use set interval to basically determine positions and stuff like that. And I use, you know, just key up for movements, and depending on which key I'm pressing, I iterate on the pixel count for my left and top positions, and basically just move the guy around the map using styling with keys as the driver. And I'm every 20 milliseconds using a set interval, I'm checking where he is, and that's how I use, you know, to interact. So like here, this is my move position basically function. It looks at everything on the map and sees if I'm you know, overlapping with it, and then it runs a interaction. But this basically is checking the keys I'm pressing, because you can also use WASD as well to move around, or touch screen on your phone. I also have touch events for mobile, and you can see here, based off of the key number I'm pressing, I change the image to change which, you know, what image I'm using, and I add a class so that I can, you know, do styling based off of which position he's facing. So that's why when I move him, you know, up, down, left, and right, the red dot changes position. It's because I have a class that I'm adding, and I'm moving the fist, you know, based off of the direction. I'm just changing the styling. The pop sockets are rogue. Alright, so let's try that now that I remove that logic. Yeah, but I don't know what tick system is. Tick system. Java. Obtains a clock that returns instance from the specified clock, truncates the nearest occurrence of the specified duration. Only tick as per the specified duration. Okay, yeah, it's like a clock. So is tick the same as set interval? Tick versus set interval. Tick inside set interval. What? No, that's set time. Maybe tick isn't the same as set interval. Tick function is assuming purely for conventional purposes. Yeah, no, I don't know. Never heard of it. Okay, hit me. So it didn't go away. Is it still gonna freak? It's still freaking out. Okay, well we know that the removal thing isn't the problem. Okay. In that case, it must be something with adding points? Like hurting me? Let's see, do I have any special logic for hurting? I don't think so. Yeah, projectile. So if it's projectile... Oh yeah, I'm basically just passing what it is. I think I'm checking if it's projectile on the back end and taking health away instead of giving it. Okay, so that's not it. Okay, well, it's not that, so what is it? Definitely something up with the clone. I wonder if I should put the clone somewhere else so it doesn't keep creating new projectiles willy-nilly. Maybe I should only create a new one if the count is 1. Let's do this. All, right? So projectiles exist, which is at least 1. Then what I want to do is if projectiles is less than 2, Then we'll clone. We'll add a new one. Otherwise, just keep going, I guess. Projectiles. We'll just grab the first one. Am I using projectile anywhere else? Oh, wait a second. Could this be because projectile is being set twice? Now it's just using the same const? Maybe. I don't think so. I could inadvertently fix what the problem is though by doing it this way. Alright, projectiles. Let's see if this fixes it. What kind of music you listen to, Lost Soul? Sweet metal screams like this usually. Alright, hit me. Don't freak out. Didn't work. Cannot read. What happened? So I immediately killed projectile. Oh, interesting. So move enemy. Didn't work. Yeah. Oh wait, new projectile needs to be nothing. Okay. Why am I using new projectile? Move enemy is old projectile. Projectiles. 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 Okay. Wait, what? Oh, I did that already. Alright, let's try it now. I feel like it should work fine. Alright. Hit me. Nope. More consoles. So it's not liking the projectile I'm passing to move enemy. So what is that? I mean, enemy query select all. It should just give me one. Right? Yes. Projectiles. Should give me one. New projectiles. Projectiles. Uno. Let's see why this isn't working. Let's look at both. With and without. Alright. I spelled console wrong. There we go. Okay. Let's run. Yeah, I'm still stoked on that runner logic. I like how he moves now. Still want to slow him down a bit. Shoot me. Give me console. Okay, node list. And look, it gave me the position. Oh, node list is empty. No position. Okay. So when it hits me, it gets removed. And then there's nothing. Interesting. It's probably the problem then. Because if there's nothing, then I need to... Okay. But then how is this getting through? Oh, because there's nothing, but it still exists. Alright, well then let's do this. If this is greater than 0, if 0 is less than that, let's Yoda. We always Yoda here. Then do this. Otherwise, don't do anything. But then what's going to happen? Nothing. Well, if that doesn't happen, then I really need to put the appending logic outside. I wonder if this would work actually. It doesn't exist. We add the new one. And then there'll be a new one. And if there's too many, don't do it. Wait, new projectile. What was I doing, new projectile? Oh. Right. So this logic will have to be separate. Clone logic. I'll have to do this. Well, no, I can still do this. We just have to put this here. Right? Yeah. Clone. Append. No. No. It can't clone something that doesn't exist. And this can't append something that's cloned from something that doesn't exist. Shit. Alright, this ain't gonna work. Logic. Okay. So basically what we need to do is make sure that this gets appended before it's removed. I mean, technically it doesn't need to append before it's removed. It needs to just be available to append. The only problem is that this might not exist. Let's do this real quick. Right. So only remove this if it exists. If it doesn't, then cool. But we should try to append a new one. This doesn't make sense. So I'm removing it. The interval's running again. It's not seeing any of these because it was removed. Yeah, no. See, that doesn't work. How was I handling this before? Yeah, I'm immediately removing. It's almost like I have to create a new one. I could add the collision logic here. Why am I not doing that? That's kind of dumb. Let's rewind. We're gonna go back, declutter this shit, not work with this whole if a million exists, whatever. I think we can fix this just by adding me as a collision point to this logic and not removing it over where I'm doing the whole hurt point thing. I still want to try that though. Okay, so where was I removing the projectile? Here we go. So yeah, let's not, no, that's for breakables. Let's not remove. And let's instead let it remove when it intersects with me. Which is me. Almost me. It's this image. Boop. No. And then let's go back to projectile. Doot. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to add you as a collision point. Boop. Cool. So now, if it collides with me, a wall, or my shield, remove. Now if it collides with me, hurt me. If it collides with my shield, it won't do anything. This is making sense. Okay. And if this works, we're good. Yep. Is it hurting me? Oh, alright, here we get half health. Well, let's get some health. And make sure it's hurting me. Alright, got some health. Let's go back and get shot. Hurt me, bitch. Yes. Okay, well, let's double check it's getting to the database. Yep. It is. Projectile health. Me health going down. I think we did it, man. Look. Now, it's not creating an infection because it's removing when it hits me, just like it removes when it hits a wall. See? Uh-oh. Okay, now there's a problem. Because I have a timeout. The whole point was if it doesn't hit me, I need to stop it. Or I need to just remove it over a period of time. So this is why I'm clearing it out. So maybe that's not enough. Maybe it needs to be minus 500. And this is probably logic when it doesn't hit anything. I mean, honestly, I should make it keep going forward until it hits something. But I don't know how to do that. Do I know how to do that? Maybe I know how to do that. Because then this wouldn't matter. The whole removing out over time. Because what I'm doing is basically pushing it with translate to my position. Just based off the difference of my position. So if instead how would I keep it going at the same angle towards me, but past me? Would it be just adding pixels evenly to both? Maybe. Let's try that. Let's just add like 1,000 pixels, right? Because it shouldn't matter. The speed will be the same, but it should go through me. Let's try. Because I have this variable translate speed. Oh, but that is... Yeah, it's fine. I can always change this times 10 and make it better. So this will make it go a lot slower actually when I do this. Or faster. Maybe faster. Alright, let's do plus 1,000. I know that's a lot, but I want it to like definitely go past me. Right, because if your top position is here and your left position is here, but something's here, if it's coming towards you, your top and your left, oh no, my left position would be less to keep going past me. My top position would be more. Shoot. That's why I'm either adding a negative or a positive. Okay. Yeah, but it's a negative or positive, so it should still be good. Alright, let's see what happens. First hit me. First hit me. What did I do? Why did I break you? Shooter. Projectile. It's not adding transform. Because I broke transform. Or translate. How did I do that? Did I add? Oh, it's adding pixels. Okay, I can't add. Got it, got it. Because it's a pixel amount. I need to add it here. Let's actually do it here so that I can do that. Okay. Right, I don't think I need double. Don't need double. Okay, this is good. So let's do this. Boop boop. Boop boop. Plus 1,000. PX. Oops. PX. And then plus 1,000. Now this will make the projectile go 1,000 pixels beyond my current position. Which is should allow it to hit things like other walls, as long as I don't have like thousands of space around me, which that'd be kind of a lame map if you had just an open space like that. There are holes to this logic though, so let's try this out. Hit me. Whoa. What just happened? It's going too fast. Yeah, transition is now way too fast. Because it's 1,000. So let's do this. We need this to be slower. Let's just do it. No, slower is more. So let's do times 40. Okay. Hit me. Still too fast. Really? Am I getting a console? No. Really? Why you do that? Oh, what the hell's that? Translate. EX. PX. What the hell is that? E plus? What the hell is that? Left difference. What am I doing? How did I mess this up? Minus. Minus. I don't know. Looks fine. Why would it need... I guess maybe it doesn't need this? Left difference is coming up with a weird ass number. I don't know. I don't know. Seems fine. Let's double check. What is that? It's going negative. Oh. Maybe it's because of the decimal? I feel like I'm just breaking more stuff. Let's do... How about this? Instead of adding 1,000 here, let's add it to the map character position, which is the most logical, because I just want it to go past me. Okay? So let's do this. Map. Plus, let's do 500. And then map. This is as if I'm 500 pixels away. Different. Right? And then top. I pick 500 pixels there. And 500 pixels there. So now I'm evenly 500 pixels plus. Which, still some holes in that logic. Because if I'm above, I want to be 500 less. Yeah. So wait. Projectile position top. If it's less than me, that means it is above me. So I should add 500. No. If it's above me, I should add 100 to be below it. Otherwise, I should minus 500. There we go. Because then I'll be farther away. So if the projectile position is less than my position, that means it's to the left of me, so I should add 500. Otherwise I should subtract 500. Okay, this logic's better. At least more logical. And then it should do the difference in translation. Okay. Let's try again. Still might be too fast. Shouldn't be that fast though. There we go. Okay. So far no infection. So now let's try letting it hit the wall. It's good. That's weird. Why is it slowing down like that? let's go over here. Okay, see? Now when it misses me, it still hits the wall. So that's good. What you building? Hey, Flypad. Welcome. I'm building an RPG game based off of my sci-fi fantasy novel series, Orbem. And I'm building it in WordPress. As weird as that might sound. What the hell? Oh no, the infection's happening again. And right now it's bug day, so I'm trying to fix bugs. And right now we're having some bug issues with the shooter enemies. Oh god, it's going insane. Refresh. Yeah, it's all built in WordPress. We're using WordPress for the content management. This is my website that I'm building it into. The website was built to market, you know, the book series, the music, all the music you hear in the backgrounds, either music inspired by the book I made or from other bands. Thanks. And yeah, trying to make a whole ecosystem of Orbem related stuff. Wait, why is he still shooting me? Can I refresh? That's crazy. Yeah, hey, Trap Ninja, what's up, man? Yes, this is crazy, because I'm basically having to build an entire game engine from scratch in WordPress, because I want to integrate it into my website, like the current game I have that's live, which is a very small rendition of this, that you just kind of walk around and make people talk and stuff. This is like a full-on RPG, so we've got a lot of things in it. We've got cutscenes, and we've got collectibles. Like I don't have any health, now I have health. We've got collectible menu, so now I have a storage item here. And yeah, we got settings. Turn the music up. Turn up the sound effects. We got music transitions. We got breakables. Endpoints that don't do anything yet. And the coolest part, in the book Orbem, Graham he invents personal wormhole transportation. So in the game, I give him transportation, which is this blue bar here. If you hold shift and click, he can transport around the map. Helps him move super quick. And once it gets down, it has to recharge, so it takes a little while to recharge, but it's one of the main things. And of course, magic. He has the ability to do magic. So far I have one spell, and that is target with it's a shield. You can do that, or you can punch. Which the blue is a hitbox, so yeah. A lot going on here. How are you taking inputs? It's all vanilla JavaScript, so I'm using key up inputs for the arrow keys. And I also have WASD to move around too if you're using a mouse, you know, for clicking on stuff. I'm using a trackpad, so I'm using the arrow usually. But yeah. Most of this logic, this is all for the intervals for the two different types of enemies. We got the shooter, we got the runner. Let me turn that music down actually, jeez. Yeah, I also made all the music in the game so far, which is really annoying loops of synth stuff. And yeah, the main movement stuff, I'll show you. We got all this, whole buttload of JavaScript, and then we got the movement here, we got the move here, Yeah, so it's all these key down events, key up events for doing stuff. I also have touch. This is a mobile friendly game, which since it's built into a website, I can utilize media queries and touch events. So if you actually go on the mobile version here, which it's not really, the new version hasn't been set to it. You see when I click, you can go left and right. It is a lot of work. Much more than I was anticipating. And definitely could have been 10 times more ahead if I used like Game Maker Studio or something, but having it integrated into the website this way opens it up to be, you know, a good conduit for analytics, for marketing, you know, ads to the book series within the platform, and when you create an account, because you have to collect points and stuff like that and save your place. I mean, right now I can leave the game and go right back into it and I'm in the exact position I was, because I'm saving your current position in the map, like what area you're in. You know, I can go here, save, and I'm back there. So I can do all that because of that integration. Hey, Masavimavich. It's Mahmood in the house. How you doing, man? Just explaining the game to the newcomers. Fixed a lot of bugs today. In fact, I'm going to start a new game so we can retest the runner. And starting a new game just deletes all your user information. Doesn't delete your settings. So you can keep your noise levels the same. I'm doing good. You know, I just got over chest cold, and kids had spring break, so they're back in school today, and very happy to have a nice empty house to work in again. Well, empty other than the 4 dogs and my wife, but you know, still good empty. So check this out. I fixed the runner, his issues, so now he can run at me, but what he can't do is go through walls anymore. So if I transport into a room, he is now blocked. Well, he's blocked. He figured out how to go into doors. He's blocked though. See, like I just trapped him. So that works now, which before he was just coming at me like crazy. But the best part is, not only is he blocked by that, he's blocked by the shield. Look, he can't hurt me now. The shield spell works. So we fixed that. And yeah, super stoked on that. That was a real pain in the butt. Oh no, but now he can follow me outside. God, he's actually pretty smart for going through doors like that. I built a monster. Hurry, charge transportation. I can't get away from him now. So yeah, now the bug we're trying to fix is the shooter. Unfortunately, there are scenarios. Thanks. Great job. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's scenarios in the game where the shooter, if his projectile doesn't die, it starts replicating like crazy. So check it out. I was able to get it so it shoots past me, which is good. So like if I move out of the way of the projectile, like it'll still run into a wall. Did that not go through a wall? But if it doesn't, and it just like dies, it starts replicating a bunch of projectiles, which is annoying. Is my health going down? Yes, yes it is. Does my shield work? Oh, it does. Good. Shield is shielding. It's great. God, look at this guy up here. He's so annoying. So yeah, this works fine, and you know, it's pretty accurate. And it's going 1,000 pixels or 500 pixels past me. I also fixed how fast it shoots. Before, if I was going really far away, it was using transition based off of the 2 points, so it was moving really fast to get there. And if I was close, it'd move really slow. But now, I did a variable transition based off of the difference in pixels. So now it moves the same rate no matter how far or close I am. Little things. Why would you think of? Oh man, I'm gonna get pushed out of the map. I like how slow he moves. It's very enemy-like. Alright, stop. I'm leaving. Why is my shield still up? That was weird. Yeah, what's next, man? I mean, I'm already past my stream, but we got some new people here, so it's good to stay on and show some more. I have the transitions, so let's do this. I actually want to restart and double check the menu's working still. The retrieval point menu. And all the music that you're hearing in the background, I didn't mention before, a lot of it's available online to listen to. If any of the songs tickle your fancy, feel free to ask. Don't forget to follow me on either Twitch or YouTube. I multicast. And I put out a lot of shorts on YouTube. You know, entertaining shorts of just things that are going on, talking about. A lot of programming tips. I've been a programmer for 20 years. I've been a WordPress programmer for 14. Worked for Disney, Universal, Warner Brothers for years. All those companies use enterprise level WordPress sites. Yeah, you'd be surprised at the companies using WordPress. Not just for blogs. I actually built, surprisingly, a site that's still up for Disney, DisneySyncLink.com. So this is Disney's first Gutenberg enabled theme, I was told. And I developed it for them, you know, during my tenure there. And did I spell it right? Yeah, I think I did. Why is it going so slow? CPU looks fine. Here it is. Yeah, so I built this site for them. It's an internal employee site. I mean, it's publicly accessible, but I guess it's for their employees to like look up things about their technology, and I don't know, I feel like they send it to their employees to like read about this stuff, and they have like their employee specific apps, and yeah, I ended up creating a bunch of custom blocks, you know, back when blocks just first came out, even though I didn't have to, but I was like stoked on Gutenberg. And oh man, I forgot they put the admin behind a VPN. I mean, duh, it's Disney. But yeah, so yeah, just one of the few sites that are still alive. I built some sites for Harry Potter, you know, for Warner Brothers, back when the movies were still coming out, and those were all very fun. Sucked though, because my office at Warner Brothers was one story above the Harry Potter floor, and when I've seen it, like the elevators open on that floor and the entire wall is like a giant Harry Potter, like I think it's like a vinyl wall of like a big clip from the movie and stuff. I always wanted to just go down there and hang out, but we had the boring digital media level. Same with Disney. I mean, they had some cool art in the offices back where I was in Burbank, but when you like walk around to the Imagineer campuses and stuff, and like they're like working on Wall-E robots outside, it's like, the job's so boring. I want to hang out with Pixar, you know, or whatever. Still good time. And yeah, follow me on Twitch or YouTube. Let me put this real quick in the chat. Horrible Mortar. Same on TikTok. I put the same shorts on TikTok. And then we have a Discord server here. Feel free to join the Discord. You know, you can talk about writing, music, programming. Ask me any questions you want there. I'm always open to answering questions and talking about programming. Do you have website do specific function? What do you mean? Do you have a website that does specific function? Sorry, Mamu. I do not understand your question. So let's click this. Let's double check the menu. Okay. Here's my item description. The sweater protects you from minor cold damage. Stay warm, my friends. This is more of a gear description, I would assume. Can't use it because I have full health, but I can drop it. That's good. Let's make sure it's still working. I'll take some damage. Shoot me, bitch. Shoot me, bitch. Why aren't you hitting me? That's weird. Oh, like a custom plugin I built? Yeah, so if you have authored a handful. So if you go to WordPress.org/plugins and you search for share this. I authored all these plugins. So you can see Scott Storbloom here. This is me in the WordPress world. These are all the plugins I currently maintain and authored. Some have some pretty decent install counts. Like the Google Analytics, which we actually, I actually have Google Analytics, so it gets a lot of installs. But yeah, it hasn't been tested in a while. I set up the GA4 integration. That was some, and then I kind of just died off a bit. Still got a pretty good rating, but can only maintain it so much. But yeah, these are all the plugins I authored. I also have a GitHub. Yeah, they're great. Here's my awesome face. GitHub, and I just got some portfolio stuff, some random sites I worked on. Like I built a site for a CERN at one point, and custom t-shirt site. On Deck was my social network that I was developing in WordPress, of course, and it's supposed to be like a place where stores can let people know their hours, like daily, like for smaller, maybe even like freelancers, like tattoo artists and stuff, could let you know what their hours are that day, and they check in and they say, hey, I'm on deck, and they can check in, and if you're following them, it'll let you know when they're open. That way you don't ever have to ask. And yeah, a lot of cool stuff here. I built a lot of custom plugins for this website, like for the map stuff. I was working with the old Google Maps API, and yeah, this stuff is, look, it's 7 years old. you know, trust it as much as you want. But I think this actually has some of that code. Nope. I am wrong. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think one of these has some of that doc code that I bring into all my stuff, like this stuff here, where you can use, where is it, the add action, you know, where it reads the doc comment to create the add action. I'm wondering if I have that in any of these, because I put it in plugins too. Yeah, here's a bunch of plugins. That's the old version of the share buttons plugin. Yeah, I got a type ahead plugin. I got a, yeah, when I used to work for investors.com, I built a lot of in-house stuff, a lot of admin efficiency stuff, which is still pretty cool. Got a branching editor workflow, whole bunch of WordPressy stuff. You can also go here if you want to poke around. It's old stuff, but it's still got some gems in there. But yeah, I don't, my domain is storebloom.com. That's what I used for like my business email before. Now I do everything Orbem, or if it's related to the book or, you know, the series or whatever. But Storebloom was actually my e-commerce web development freelance business. And I used to have like a website, you know, for people to go to and request website builds for their e-commerce site. Because I started in e-commerce. I have a big e-commerce background. And I was even developing a WooCommerce competitor, not for myself, but it's called Prodigy Commerce, for a credit card. That dude who worked in credit card company stuff. You have a website too? Send it over, man. Let's check it out. I know you're a long-time WordPress programmer yourself, my friend. It's always good to check out that stuff. Okay, my health is down. That looks fine. Oh yeah, I need to use it. I wanted to test using it. csdiff.com. Nice domain name. It's only six characters. Must be old. CS Dave. Distinct website design. So this is like what you would send people to go, you know, check out your work and stuff and sign up. Your freelance business. Cool, man. Cool website. I like the animation. Business list. Have you seen it in English before? No, very cool. This is my favorite. Don't be nervous. Let's see. Let's see your mobile performance. I wonder how fast. How fast is your website? I must know your score. How's your core of vitals? Core of vitals is the world, man. still working on it. Yeah, it could be good. Let's see. You never know. And this is just the dev tool version. It's not like the live version. So it's basically like based off of my own computer speed. It should be pretty fast. Based off of my fiber optic internet. Well, it's really accessible. Good SEO. That's great. Yeah, probably just some of the norm. Yeah, just some font stuff, shift stuff. Though it looks like your layout shift wasn't that bad. Are you super bummed? Yeah, you got a bunch of CSS you can probably deal with. Some JavaScript. Yeah. Oh, you're still using PNGs? Come on, man. WebP. Let's go. Just saw somebody suggested Bunny image processor. It's called Bunny something. Bunny.net. Is this it? Yeah. Yeah, someone suggested this to me, and it's like as good as Imagix or any of these other Fastly, but it's priced so cheap. What is it? Bunny Optimizer. Yeah, like $10 per website. And like if you use it on a multi-site, it's still just $10, and it's limited. Unlimited processing. So you could convert all your images for $10 for one website. $10 a month. It's crazy. I mean, $10 is a lot if it's just a site not making any money, obviously. Like, I wouldn't do it on just like a portfolio site, but you know, I would consider doing it for Orbem Order at some point. Compared to some of the other prices, I mean, $10 a month is pretty damn good. What was that? $300? $300 a month. I mean, not $300 a month. That's $120 a year. Yeah, there's some that cost $120 a month, and it's unlimited. Some of them aren't even limited. Look at this. You go to Imagix. Look at this crap. This is the only one I knew about before. Look at this. Basic. 75. And look, 5,000 only. $300 a month. 25,000. You know what? It says infinite transformation, but 25,000 images. Wait, hold on. Am I wrong about Bunny? It says unlimited transformations. How many images though? I thought those were the same thing. Do they have like a... I think I might be getting swindled here. I mean, it's still cheap, but... it's a good price, but I can do it manually. Yeah, you can just upload WebP images. But the thing that I do is, with an image processor, I do this thing where I fuzzy load the images at first, and I calculate their dimensions, and then I reload it using the image processor at the exact size, so that there's no wasted pixel, or I give it a little bit more. I have like a tiered list of sizes, that way it's not grainy or anything. So no matter what size image you upload, which I tried to upload the biggest one, the output of the image will be the exact right size you need. And you don't have to mess around with manually inserting sizes and stuff like that, or like creating a million thumbnail sizes in your site and deal with source set and all that kind of stuff, because it'll manually change the size. On mobile, same thing. If the site's smaller and it needs a smaller image, it'll just load the smaller image. There's a lot of logic behind it. It's probably something that could be better, but yeah. Alright. Alright, well, I gotta go. It's 1:43 a.m. for me. Gotta take the kids to school in the morning. So it's been a successful bug day. I think we got the enemies in a good place, and magic's in a good place. So tomorrow, when I'm working on a new thing, I can actually work on a brand new thing. And I think I want to work on gear. I think I want to work on wearables. So I might start doing that. That, or maybe the workstation where you can craft things, or mini game, like build a mini game somewhere. But save that decision for tomorrow. So hey, Mahmood, thank you so much for joining, and let us raid somebody, someone nice and fun, preferably somebody who allows it. Every time I ask, like, who should we raid? No one ever lets me raid. Wait, what? I'm not logged in. Come on. Whoop. There we go. Let's go to the creator dashboard. Let us raid stream manager. Let's pull this out so it's not putting us in an endless void together. You have a good night as well. Let us Yep. We'll jump into the Ferret software. Thank you so much, Mahmood. I will catch you in the next one. See ya. Have a good night, YouTube.